Hey guys, Houston Cowdog here, custom 1_64 farm trucks on Instagram. Check me out over there, although Instagram seems to have started to filter my followers out. They've really put a limit on that. Anyway, so this is an update video. This is out in the new shed I built last year. I think it was either finished in late December last year or maybe early January. I can't remember. I kind of ran out of space in my area inside where I make videos and have a lot of my diecast. So we had this built. This is a 16 by 12 shed. And I just kind of set it up as a shop out here. It's really nice. I've really enjoyed having it. It was a little hot at times this summer, although this air mover helps quite a bit. And I brought some of my carded Greenlight stuff out of here just because it had kind of started to get out of hand, storing it in dressers inside. And I kind of put a small display up out here. I think I'm going to grow this. I don't know how low I'll go because I need to have plenty of room down there to, in case I need to lean something up against this or stack boxes or something. So I may put one or two more down here and then maybe go up to the top of this panel with these shelves. Probably won't do anything over there. This is where I guess this is what a lot of people call their work bench. Sorry guys, that's about as clean as it gets out here. With all these little parts, you tried every little part you take off or remove, or car you cannibalize for parts, you have to keep it, and so this stuff just piles up, and you organize it in bins, stuff like that, and put it in boxes. But I can't tell you how many times I've had to go back and find a part that I need for a car or truck, and I can find it in these junk piles I have. We'll go over some of the tools I use. I'm sure a lot of you guys that do customization. These mini pliers are really nice. We use those constantly. Let's see, here's a mini file that's used all the time. This is kind of a little bit bigger of a mini file. And you have all the rest of these files down here, side cutters, wire cutters, scissors, more files, drills, of course, headphones for when you run your Dremel or drill press, belt sanders, stuff like that, markers, Q-tips, tons of 100% acetone nail polish remover. This is good stuff. This is what is that called? Bob Smith Industries accelerant or hardener for super glue. You can put your super glue on, and then this little container with that little needle tip has that hardener on it, and then once you put your glue on and your part on, you can put a little bit of this on there, and it cures instantly. Gorilla Glue. This stuff's really good for long-term fastening, although it takes forever to dry. And then you have all this K&S Precision Metals stuff. Use these aluminum tubing for axles or axle housings, and then you use this brass rod for the actual axles. That's what I do a lot of, or almost all of my lifts for. And of course, wheels and tires everywhere. There's a couple of nice set of Greenlight dually wheels. There's a Greenlight truck that I use the bed off of. Have those all, literally dozens of those laying all over the place that I just use the bed off of. And here's more junk parts. This is where I make a lot of custom toolboxes. I do some decal work over here. Paper cutter. And then this is what I guess you'd call my grinding bench. Dremels. A Dremel with a right angle attachment. And does that really make totally transform a rotary tool into something that's so much easier to use when you have this right angle attachment. There's one without a right angle attachment. There's a little mini hacksaw. This is what's called a drill press vise. This is really nice because you can clamp a truck, car, any little part, anything you need to cut or grind on, you can put it in here so you can use both your hands. This is called the belt sander, I'm not sure, yeah. Belt and disc sander. This is a Harbor Freight unit. This is a total piece of garbage. I think it was maybe 60 or 70 bucks when I bought it. And even though it's a total piece of garbage, I use it constantly for all sorts of things, so I can only imagine how nice a quality one would be. The nice ones are a lot more expensive though, $200, $300 to $300. However, I think it's probably worth it, and eventually I'll abandon this one and get one of the nicer ones because I use it so often. There's scrap wood and air compressor that I never use. There's a drill press down there. I use that more for Kydex holster stuff that I do. Some other tools. And let's see what we got here. We can look at some of this Greenlight I've got hanging in here. Just trucks that will eventually be used for future customs or maybe hold on to them. It's a little bit of Auto World Cadillacs, newer release Mustang. There's an older release Bronco. Some of these pieces out here are really desirable. Like this truck, that's an early release Greenlight C10. There's the farm truck. I think that this piece goes for big bucks on eBay. 20, 30, 40 bucks. There's a desirable 2009 Challenger. There's a very early release Greenlight Camaro. This is a very limited exclusive release of this car, and it's the only 71 Dodge Charger RT that Greenlight did in all yellow. Very desirable Fox Body Mustang. There's another one. Yeah. Some early Greenlight stuff. There's a new release, recent release of a Fox Body Corvette. A lot of people like this car, that Greenlight Mercury Marauder. So there's a bunch of stuff. If you guys want to, we can go through these piece by piece one time. It'd be a pretty long video. I'm not sure exactly how many are out here. It's quite a few. Wheel packs, of course, I use a ton of these. Some of these have really good off-road tire sets in them. Maybe this one does. Yeah. More dualies, more early Greenlight. There's some recent release of that C30 Wrecker that Greenlight did. They have this one and the white one. They have a cool Texaco one. I used the bed off of that. I put an M2 square body cab, I believe, on it. And then I actually used that cab from that Greenlight C30 truck, and I put this together and I haven't fastened it. I actually kind of made this cool little mismatched what is that? A 68 or 69 C10 cab, M2 square body bed. Really like that M2 C60. This is a really cool M2 76 GMC. And here's a bunch of M2 and Auto World square bodies out here. I'm not as crazy about these M2 square bodies as a lot of people are. I like them a lot, but I don't just have to have every one. They're expensive. Unless you get lucky enough to find them on occasion in Walmart or AutoZone, or I think O'Reilly has a release of it now, then you have to pay a premium for them. We do have a really good local hobby dealer here in Houston, Diecast. He has a really cool storefront, but even him, he has to get over retail on these. I think they usually sell for, between 10 and 20 or even 30 bucks each for a lot of these. Gotten a lot of these in trades. Here's the only Diecast promotions truck I have, which is really cool. I really kind of wanted to get into these, but they're really expensive each one you buy, and you got to have obviously a lot of space to display them. I don't know, I may start buying them. They are expensive, but they rarely go down in value. So if you buy them and then you realize you don't want them anymore, then you're usually going to be able to, they're very limited release, so you're usually going to stand to make a few dollars on these when you buy them. Here's some custom W900A model Kenworths I made. I just made those out of Lionel trucks. I did the decals on them, paint, decals, and wheels on them. And I think those are both Erdl trailers. There's it's an American Highway Classics by Hott Pete. I think that's called a 351. Anyway, guys, that's the shed. I hope you like it. I probably will not continue to film a lot of videos out here because it is a lot easier to do them inside in that closet I have set up. I will show you guys a few trucks. Bear with me here. Let me put this camera back on this crappy little mount, and we'll see if we can't go through a few of these trucks out here. There we go. Okay, this is just it's a recent release of a Greenlight F-150. I think it's supposed to be a 77 and maybe 76. I can't tell by reading the bottom. I just did a simple lift on this truck. I used the wheels that came on it because I think they look so period correct. Even though they wouldn't be for a four-wheel drive, you'd have a little space there in the front for the hub, but I still think they look really cool. And then those are just some tires off of a Greenlight Ford F350 dually. Sizing was perfect on it, worked real nice with the lift. It's a cool truck. I really like that period correct paint job on it. And here's a Greenlight square body I did that I'm really proud of. This is also a very simple custom truck. It's just a slight lift. It has the same wheels and tires on it that it came with out of the package. Of course, it came as a two-wheel drive truck. It was really low. And then those tires came off of a Johnny Lightning International pickup truck. And the toolbox in that is actually from a Hott Wheels Sam Walton Ford. I just cut it and painted it. That you can't really see very well on this camera, but that toolbox is painted kind of a very light tan. I think it's called ivory. Got a pretty cool brush fire truck here. It's made from a Reader's Digest fire truck bed that I painted. It's Greenlight C10 cab. This truck is for sale right now on eBay. I did originally make it with just single wheels on it. It sold, and the buyer never paid. I'm having a real bad problem with that. 1 week, I usually do auctions almost every week. I think week before last, I sold 3 trucks, and not a single one of them got paid for. So there's a lot of kids or special needs or some other problematic people that are, they really want to have these trucks, and so they bid them up, but they don't really have a way to pay for them. I really wish eBay could find a way to get over that. And then we'll try to keep this under 15 minutes. We're at 13:45. Real quick, this is just a couple of haul trucks I made. You see a lot of these running around here in Houston. I'm sure everywhere where you guys live too. A lot of guys do auto transport or auto transfer work in these trucks where they'll just, they have like a 3-car slant hauler. And they'll move cars around. They're independent contractors. They'll move cars around to the different dealers. They'll usually either have a toolbox on the back or an auxiliary fuel tank, and then it's just a cabin chassis with a 5th wheel hitch. And here's one. This one does not have an auxiliary fuel tank, but it does have one of these. You can put this cool toolbox on it. Alright guys, I'm going to try to make more videos. I'm a little upset at YouTube. I stopped making them because they decided they didn't want to pay me what was going to be just these few little videos I make that, end up getting 1,000, 2, 3, 4, 5,000 views was adding up to $200 or $300 a month. And I guess they decided they didn't want to pay me anymore. It kind of discouraged me, but I'm going to get over that and start trying to make videos again. Thanks for watching, guys.